Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is your friendly neighborhood lady Ha, coming to you from the Commonwealth. And happy Spooktober everybody. Happy Spooktober. Now last time we made this. Excuse me neck. So this is gonna be their dining area and commissary. So today we're gonna finish up this room. So let's open up the workshop. And hopefully in the meanwhile Nick and Dogmeat will skedaddle just a bit so we can finish this off. And we're gonna make it look like a lived-in workable space. Ooh. And a bit of shameless self-promotion. We are gonna be having a bit of different new things popping up. Well, new for me in the Fallout verse, so to speak. And hopefully you guys will think it's as awesome as I do. But who knows? Turn snapping off. Because I need to load that just a smidge. And we're gonna do the same here. I think that's better. And I know these slight tiny adjustments might seem a bit unnecessary, but you know what? I think in the end this is gonna make all of the difference, because last time we just placed down what we are gonna need and gonna use to make this area a bit more functional. Yeah? So now it's just a case of getting them into the right spots. There we go. And if I'm not mistaken, this one was floating a bit. That's better. No floatiness anymore. Okay. Oh, these are kind of nice, but not quite necessary. I think if we do this, put one there, right behind the counter. I should do it. Oh, did it snap? I think it did. Unfortunately, on the PC with using do-it-yourself can be a tiny bit finicky, and it's not gonna sit the right way, which is super duper annoying. Because how are you gonna know that you put it in right? Okay, double placing works. Even though I turned back snapping on. Yeah, that's gonna piss me off though. Let's just turn the snapping off. And see, even though we did that, yeah, it's still gonna be wonky and finicky. But I think if we do it like that and try to scooch it in, maybe. No. Oh, this is super duper annoying. I'm all for people updating their mods and trying to make it nice and user-friendly and streamlined and whatnot. But that, you know, that's just super duper annoying. Enough of that. I'm not gonna bore you to tears by me fiddling around with something that actually should work. Just because things are a tiny bit unpredictable, apparently. With the snapping. But I think it's important for you guys to see this. Even though the PC gives me different options and ways to do things than on the Xbox. Yeah? Doesn't always mean it's gonna be better. Even though a lot of people might just argue and say, sure it is. You can do so much more and get so many models and yada yada yada. I don't disagree, but still I do like some of the aspects that you get while building on the Xbox that you don't get on the PC. Just saying. And I'm not saying that to ruffle any feathers or make anybody feel like bad or whatever. That's just my opinion. Sugar shaker. Well, I think that's something we want near the coffee station. And since we did turn off object snapping and surface snapping, I can actually place stuff on this table where you normally would struggle a bit to put items. And I'm gonna utilize every single bit out of Creative Clutter because they got a lot of nice elements in here. Like this little glass where you got the utilities, right? Or that nice little collection of dog meat. Buddy, please. Thank you. Empty bottles for returning. Yeah, let's put the glass pyramid here. I know it's the coffee station, but still. Makes sense. Right? What else do we have? Should we give them the funky teapot? I think so. Just because it's the Brotherhood of Steel doesn't mean they can't, you know, or won't have anything a tiny bit more fun. Because one of them, Brotherhood of Steel people, could have easily borrowed a teapot from a settlement they coerced to give them resources, right? And I'm not saying that the Brotherhood of Steel are necessarily bad dudes or dudettes. But see, already by just adding in those little bits and bobs, yeah, already looks a bit more lived in. And don't get me wrong, I do enjoy my clutter decorations, but I also want to say that you don't have to go overboard to make a place look lived in. Because I do enjoy a nice, super detailed cluttery build. I think they're absolutely wonderful. Well, let's put that tray of sweet cupcakes in here. Yeah, not the most nutritional foods, but they look delicious though. Let's put a tray that is ready to go there. I'm just gonna scroll through the container section just quickly. Because I do think if we just scooch this in just a tiny bit, like so, maybe place it here. Scooch it back a bit. Yeah, that makes sense. And a full functional fridge next to this one. And as you guys know, they use what they have at hand in the Commonwealth. So that actually makes sense, yeah? Now, let's find some no, they're not gonna get a grill in there, but we are gonna take this because I like the setup and it makes sense. Oh. That's the downside of having object snapping turned off and the surface turned off. But also an additional upside because you get to place things where they normally wouldn't go, just like using place anywhere or using the quapper stick. Let's get one of these as well, because I would imagine they have more than one cooking top in a large kitchen. It needs to feed a lot of people. Now, let's go and see if we can't get some nice counters. I'm just scrolling quickly through here to see if there's anything under here that I do want to use. Well, the warehouse table we could actually utilize for a little butchering table. Or even a little prep table back here to the commissary area. Yeah. Oh, that is a nice desk though. Not quite what we need, but nice. What do you think, Dogmeat? Should we put one of these here? Scooch it up. Like so. Yeah. That's not shabby. Okay. Well, sometimes you have to scroll through your different menus and see what actually would work for you. Those are nice. But I actually do think that we need to go to this. Because if we scroll through here, they got something called kitchen stations. See this? That is nice. But what I do want is one of these. Since they do fit nicely like that. And again, it would make sense that they have more than one area to do dishes and whatnots. Now we have that in place, we can actually go to USO, go to tables, hang on, we do have a kitchen section here, yeah. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to remember where everything is, so having a scroll through, like I said before, helps. Yeah. There we go. Nice little working kitchen. Let's just put in one more of these on this side. So we sort of have a galley style kitchen. Or horseshoe kitchen. Place the stove a tiny bit better. Yeah, see? Now we got somebody that can go here, serve food. Nice working kitchen back here. And I was actually thinking putting a little officer's table over here for the big hats. Where they get to sit right next to the kitchen and get special service because they're the big honchos. And they're very lucky to get some nice clean chairs. And I'm betting this is gonna come in handy when they're playing poker. Or whatever. So that is done. Now, quick look at posters. I gotta redo the size bar soon. Backlit. I don't want backlit, I want the normal ones. These ones. And as you guys know, since it is an eatery, can't have that without having a nice big fat sign for the donut shop. And over by the commissary, we're gonna put that. And next to the Nuka machine, of course, Nuka Girl. And some slight, propaganda to remind them that they need to invest. And for the super duper mug, let's see. Let's actually put that right here for the sugar bumps. And somebody is hiding a brim poster. Why not? Yeah. So as you guys can see, I kept this middle area open because I imagine that when it comes to serving people, they want to keep the flow going as much as possible. But I do think we need to add in one more table though. Before I forget. I think if we do like this on a slight angle, so it's not all nice and straight, that would actually not be a bad thing. And then we're just gonna glitch in one of these buddies right through here. So we can assign a person to this. And we're gonna try to make it as inconspicuous as possible. There we go. Nice. And over there, let's put in a general. No, let's put in an armor. There we go. And before I forget, I know I said that already, but I'm gonna say it again. Let's put in a nice little bed here. And let's make this look a tiny bit scrappy and a bit more cobbled together. Because all of these nice clean walls, you know, it's kind of terrifying. Not really, but you guys know I tend to build scrappy. So doing this so nice and pristine and everything is nice and tidy and clean with a minimal approach to clutter is terrifying. So before we sign out and say, okay, thank you, good enough for today, let's find our lucky little soul. Okay, yeah, Nick, that's you. You're not gonna get assigned. And the Brahmin is in his place. Now, who can we steal? Well, actually, you come with me. He looks like a fitting candidate to do this. Just gonna give it a second. Might have to redo that. Nope, good. Yep. But this area is taking along nicely, and the rest I'm gonna finish off on my own so you guys don't get bored. So, and figure out what area to tackle next. Because clearly we need to go more that way and find out what we're going to do this way as well. So there's more than enough to tackle. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care now. Bye.